MayFly Media is like no other channel. We upload raw, uncut interviews to help enlighten you on the world around you. Okay, Michael, where you from and how old are you?
I'm from Carver Ranches, Hollywood, Florida, and I'm 40 years old.
Carver Ranches.
Yeah,
And that's like on the borderline of Miami and Broward County?
somewhat, yeah.
Okay,
56
okay.
Hollywood Boulevard.
Got you. Tough neighborhood. And did you grow up with both parents?
Yes, I grew up with both parents.
Okay.
Still together till this day.
And how's your relationship with your mom?
My mom and my relationship will never be bad nor good. It's always going to be, that's a mom, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I love my mom to the fullest. I don't know what I'd do without her.
Uh-huh. And how's your relationship with her currently right now?
Right now, it's I don't even know how to say, like, it's messed up, but she loves me no matter what I do, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But because of my issues and what I do, we kind of don't always see each other as much as we
Bump
used to,
heads a
you
little bit.
know?
Got you. And what about your dad? How was your relationship with him?
My relationship with my dad, we never had the father-son relationship. Like, my dad worked all the time,
Mm-hmm.
always brought bread to the table, you feel
Right.
me? And like, we never did the baseball game thing, or I didn't get signed up to play baseball or football, and stuff like
Right.
that. We never had time for that.
Right.
Dad was working. Mom took care of all the rest of that. Mom was like mom and dad at the
At the same
same time.
time. I hear you. I hear you. And what did your dad do?
My dad was he paint cars. He beat on cars,
Mm.
paint them, collision crashes, all that. My dad was very good at what he did.
Now, did he work for somebody? Did he own his own shop?
He owned his own shop for many years,
Oh,
and
okay.
then he's had times where he worked for somebody.
Okay. So he's a very hard worker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still
And
works hard till this day. He still beats on cars.
oh
70
wow.
something years old. He's still every day beating on cars.
Oh wow. Oh,
Yeah,
he's a strong man also.
got them solid fat hands and hand.
Yeah. And your mom, what did she do when you were growing up?
My mom was in the restaurant business, cooking woman. Loved
Mm.
cooking. She's been manager from Dairy Queen, Sony's, John Offadal's, Einstein Bagels. She's always been up top person in the restaurant business.
Okay. So she was like a manager.
Yeah, manager. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Okay. And what about siblings, brothers and sisters?
I have two older brothers. I
Mm-hmm.
got another older brother and sister from my dad's other side, other marriage, and then I got a little sister and a little brother that are under me.
Okay. 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 And how's your relationship with your brothers?
My little brother right now is he's still dealing. He's like my daddy, really tough lover. Like, he shows tough love too much. He
Right.
don't like to show his emotions too much.
Right.
Cause growing up, he seen the shit that me and my older brother did, and how we lived,
Mm.
and how just he's a lot different from the rest of us.
Gotcha.
But he got baby too, cause he was the baby.
Hmm.
So
And what about your sister? How's your relationship with her?
right now, currently, I talk to my sister occasionally, a
Hmm.
lot. Like, my sister, she's in a relationship with some other dude that I don't like talking to. So, like, it's kind of, and she's doing things that I don't like. That
Right.
I just, I love her always though. That's one thing. I adore my sister the most
Gotcha.
since she was born.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
So it seemed like it's tough love all the way around.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
hmm
And what about your older brother?
My older brother right now, that's a gangster. That's Scarface right
Hmm.
there. You feel me? Born, bred, Dade County, Wynwood King, boy.
Hmm.
He ain't play no games, but he always kept the family tight, always together, with his little Ice Cube Friday, acts he would do,
Hmm.
Mike Ep acts, his Martin Lawrence acts.
Right.
I remember growing up when that's all we did every night, watch Martin Lawrence all night long.
Hmm. Now
And
you
that's what
you
we
speak
did.
about him as if he's in the past. Is he still
Yeah,
living?
he's not here with us no more.
Oh, I'm
He
sorry to hear
passed
that.
5 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
Yes.
that. And how was your relationship with him growing up?
He kept it real with me. Like I seen things, bro, that your normal 6, 7 year old shouldn't have seen. You feel me?
Yeah.
He did wild things for me too. Like growing up, I remember being in the middle seat of the car while him and his boys are clacking them guns, bro, going to do home invasions, and he felt like I was safer with him than I was at home with my parents
Mm.
using, doing drugs and shit. He felt at least if I was with him, he knew I was okay. Oh, ain't nothing was gonna happen to me.
Oh,
You
okay.
feel me?
Yeah. Yeah. So your parents were on drugs when you were younger?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay. So your mother, what was she addicted to?
My mom and father were addicted to crack cocaine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And that was during what, the 80s?
yeah, the '80s.
Okay.
Before I was born. I was born in '84, so like, yeah, about '87. That's when crack really hit hard
Hit hard.
back in them times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you guys were in the mix of it.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was
Okay.
born in 1984.
And your older brother, he was like your protector, really. He
Yeah,
felt he
pretty
had to take
much.
care of you.
Yeah, he made sure I was gonna be okay, no matter what mom and dad did.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And my brother, honestly, he was smoking crack when my parents at 11 years old.
Wow.
But then he became their main. He supplied them.
Oh.
My brother growing up always had the master bedroom, always had, you know what I mean? Like he paid most of the bills
Mm.
at that time, you know
Mm.
what I mean?
So he grew up fast.
He grew up really
How old
fast.
was he at that time, roughly?
11 years old, 12 years old, smoking crack with my parents,
Wow.
you
Wow.
know?
Wow.
I probably was just born
Mm.
because we're all 10 years apart. Me, my older brother, and my little brother.
Mm.
Ray was born in '74. I was born in '84. And Anthony was born in '94. We're all 10 years apart. And then my sister's in the midst, in the middle.
Got you. Got
Right.
you. Okay. Okay. And your brother, he protected you, and at the same time, he kind of introduced you to the street life,
To the
right?
street life, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Told me the odds and ends, the do's and don'ts, like things you don't say, things you don't. You say the wrong thing to the right people, and your ass will get clapped.
Mm. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like even right now, I could be saying the wrong thing to the wrong people. I don't know,
Right.
but I know you's a good dude, so I respect that.
I
I feel
respect
you.
that, bro. I appreciate that. And how was your runs with him, bro?
Oh man, I
Any
remember
crazy encounters?
crazy encounters. Oh, every day with him was a crazy encounter. My brother was the mean mugging type. Like, don't step on his white shoe. You step on his white shoes, it's night night.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go in the club like, Ray, why you bringing the white shoes to the club, dog?
Mm.
You know somebody gonna
You can
step on
step
them
on it,
shits.
right?
But he wanted that to happen because
Mm.
he was gonna knock your ass out.
Mm.
He was like Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson with a left hook, bro, from out this world.
Right.
And my brother was nothing but maybe 5'5",
Wow.
200 pounds. But
Wow.
that Chico had a left boy
Mm.
out of this world. But
Not.
my brother was in and out of prison his whole life. Age of 16, he had attempted murder charges at 16. They used him as an example when Howard Finkelstein opened the public defender's office. They used my brother as an example of charging kids at the age of committing adult crimes, charging them as an adult. Howard Finkelstein was my brother's public defender at the time.
Mm.
Yeah. He
Mm.
started the public defender's office here in Broward County.
Mm.
And he got my brother, he won the case, but my brother still went to jail and did 10 years at 16 years old. You
Wow.
know, that's when,
Wow.
like, I was 6 years old, 7 years old. That's around when my sister was born, too. You
Mm.
know, right after my sister was born, he went and did time.
Right. Right. Man, your brother, he grew up fast.
Very
He grew up
fast.
fast.
And he didn't take shit, and he was about his family,
Mm.
and don't do anything to try to hurt his family or anything to even threaten, because he was going to handle that for
Right. Right.
real.
Right. Now, in your situation, what's your status right now as far as relationship wise? Are you
Oh, I'm
married?
single. I'm single. Yeah, single as you can get right now.
Were you married before?
I've never been married, but
Hmm.
the state law, 7 years, you will be. So my baby mama, we was married.
Oh, okay, okay. And that state law is after a certain period
Certain period of time, you're legally married.
married.
Yeah,
Oh,
especially
okay.
with children, I believe.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wow,
like
wow.
7 years or something like that.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. And do you have any kids?
Yes, I got two.
Two,
I
boy
got
and a
one
girl.
that I still speak with. He's
Hmm.
17 years old now,
Okay,
almost a grown man, you
right,
know.
right.
Um, and I also have a 16-year-old. Unfortunately, I did some time, and my baby mama gave my son up for adoption.
Mm,
And when I got released from the jail, she, within 2 weeks, had the baby, and she went through an adoption agency. So I had no parts in that really. Like, she told them that when I was locked up, she didn't know who the father was, and da da da.
mm,
When I got out of jail and she had the baby, the family came to get him, and I pleaded to the parents to at least, can I watch my kid grow up,
mm,
because what she says is not true. Like, and now that I get, the adoption agency made an agreement with me to send me pictures every year of his birthday until he was old enough, and they would let him know who his real father and mother was when he
okay,
got old enough.
gotcha.
And the pictures that I do receive, the kid is my identical twin.
Mm,
Even though my junior looks like me and his mom, my Andrew, he looks just like, and my baby pictures and him are like exact to the
identical.
T. So there's no way you can say that ain't my child, because Jerry Springer will tell you, or Maury Prover will tell you, he is the father. You feel me?
I hear
Yeah.
you. I hear you. And so you have two boys.
Two boys.
Two
Yep.
boys. Good, good, good. And your relationship with your oldest son, how's the relationship with him?
With him, I never lied to him. I always kept it real with him, told him the truth. You know, dad's messed up, dad's got drug issues, dad's locked up, da, da, da. But I always tried to continue to stay in his life. But I also had the good graces of having produced him good godparents
Mm-hmm,
that took care of him very well
mm-hmm,
and provided for him things I couldn't, you know. I mean, I did the back in the back end, but they raised that boy to be a good boy, um, very strong, but you can tell he's like his daddy. He acts like me all day, you know. But even though Danny, his godfather, raised him,
mm.
he's still me all day.
How did you meet his mother?
I met his mother. She was actually underage,
Mm,
lied to me, showed me fake ID, underage, only 16 years old. I
mm,
was 23 at the time.
mm,
She showed me fake ID and she was 18 years old.
mm,
And I was my 23rd birthday, and I was out back having a party, and she was at my neighbor's house,
mm.
and she kept looking out the window at me, looking out the window at me. And at that time, I wasn't like I look now, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? I was
sharp.
nice and sharp,
Yeah.
had some damn teeth, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Whatever. But I told her, man, quit looking out that damn window, bring your ass outside, you know?
Mm,
And she came out, and I hate to say it this way, but we kicked it off from there, and I was with her for like maybe 2 weeks before we had any kind of, you know,
intercourse.
yeah, sexual
Mm.
intercourse. But eventually, what it was she raped me. I was barred out, and she took advantage of me while I was passed out. I
Wow.
woke up to her on top of me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then once she got pregnant with my first son, Michael, her mom got out of prison and revealed that she wasn't as old as she said she was.
Wow. That
That's
must have
how I
been
found
shocking.
out. Yeah, it was shocking because I wasn't that type of dude to sleep with underage girl, because 16 to get you 16. You
Right.
feel me?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
That's how I was
Definitely.
taught, you
Plus,
know.
you grew up with the street code, so you know how
Exactly.
it
I
was.
abide by them rules.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't I don't abide by that. No.
Right. Right. And your other son, how did you meet his mother?
Same mothers.
Oh,
Both of
same
them.
mothers.
Yep,
Oh,
same
okay.
mothers.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
They're both a
Okay.
year apart, and they're
Mm-hmm.
both. I banged her with one up, and next one not even a year later. They're both a year, and Mikey is January 16th, and Andrew is January 26th. So
Okay.
they're a year and like 10 days apart.
Got you.
So as
Got
soon
you.
as she had Mikey, I was putting another one on
Mm.
her.
Now, you and her still have a current relationship, or how's your
We
relationship now with
talk
her?
here and there. I
Hmm.
haven't seen my baby mama in probably a good 5, 6 years. I chat maybe hi, what's up, how you doing, girl, on Facebook or something.
Hmm.
But other than that, there's
Strong chemistry.
no. But if
Oh.
anybody ever like, I always loved the girl from the
Hmm.
bottom of my heart. Nobody ever, if I ever found something bad happen or whatever to her, it would kill me.
Hmm. Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. You have any poisons? Do any drugs?
Right now, yeah, I do flock, I do fatty, but I've done every pretty much every drug there is and there could be on the market,
Hmm.
and I've done it in every which way. But thank the good Lord, I still got my sanity.
Got you. Got you. I
Because I
got you.
see people out there, bro. Oh, they lost it.
Pretty bad.
It fried them.
Wow. Wow. So how were you introduced to hard drugs, bro?
My older brother, I would say, going to
Okay.
parties at 14, popping some beans, snorting some coke, drinking at an underage, party or whatever. I mean, I mean, I was smoking weed when my dad used to blow me shotguns of marijuana when I was 6 years old because I was an ADHD kid.
Yeah.
So I was jumping around the house all the time. So he'd be smoking a joint and blow a little smoke my way,
Uh-huh.
and there went from jumping around to eating a bowl of cereal, watching some damn cartoons.
Wow. Wow.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Wow.
So that's how that was. I mean, I didn't really start having a serious addiction until I was probably about 23, 24, something like that.
Somewhere around there.
But other than that, from 16 to 24, that was just what any regular, I guess, teenager to an adult would experience
Mm.
growing up in South Florida. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Yeah. And did you do ecstasy during that ecstasy phase?
Yes, I
You did.
loved ecstasy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was 16 years old the first time I popped beans.
That was
Yeah.
a crazy time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a crazy
Seemed like
time.
everyone was doing that.
Everybody was popping beans and I don't know, sucking and that's it, hours, boy, on the grind.
Yeah. 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 Uh, what type of drugs are you currently on right now, or
Right
addicted
now,
to?
I
Yeah.
just got out detox, but currently I'm doing Fetty and a little bit of flop.
Okay.
But like I already went through the whole detox phase, being in jail for a couple of days, 6, 7 days. So like my mind frame's a lot different than it was a week ago.
Right.
I'm not like I don't need it right now.
Right.
But I like to get high. I'm just always gonna be some kind of chemical induced person, whether it's smoking weed, drinking, whatever.
Hmm.
And the health issues I have and the pain I have in my body from just the work I did and everything over the years, like there's nothing that ain't gonna be able to cure that.
Right. Right.
Just chronic pain everywhere.
And for people that don't know, what's Fetty and Flock?
Fetty, Fetty is honestly, Fetty is a elephant tranquilizer. It ain't even consumed for that, but
Fentanyl,
they
right?
use it. Yeah, they use it as if it was heroin or opiate. It's opiate based, I guess. So, but it's a lot stronger than heroin.
Mm.
And flock is something that they produced, God knows how,
Mm.
because it went from flock to muck. They changed the chemical formula somewhat way where
Right.
they can possibly, I guess, sell it online. I don't know how they do it, but
Right.
it's something you smoke in a blunt. You can shoot. When I got introduced to the needle, anything I did that way for
Right.
many years,
Right.
and that's an intense high, boy. Shooting it to the
I
moon,
heard.
cloud nine.
I heard what it is that there was a chemical that was coming from China to make the flock,
Right.
and it got banned or something like that.
Yeah, so
So
they had
now
to
they had to
change the
change the
chemical
formula.
formula to something else so it could get across to here.
And what do you guys call it? Muck?
Mup. Yeah,
Mop,
mup.
mop.
Sounds like a damn mop bucket or some shit.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
What do you do currently as far as finances? How do you make your money?
I panhandle.
Hmm.
As of right now, I try to buy a couple caps, sell them for a little more here to produce a little extra money and support my habit in a way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Because the panhandling thing is not cutting it anymore, you know?
Right,
But I'd rather ask and beg somebody for money than rob and steal somebody's
right,
private
right.
possessions too.
You're not doing home invasions or
No,
nothing like
hell
that.
no.
I can respect that, bro.
I don't do that.
I can respect that,
But I am
definitely.
also a hard worker. But as of right now, with my hernia going on, I can't work and
Mm.
lift up heavy shit. I'm a general contractor. I got a lot of trades under my belt that I can do.
Oh,
I can
okay.
run bucket trucks, tree service. Any position I've ever had, I've always been in a lower position for less than a month or two, and then I'm a supervisor running
Wow.
crews, lawn services,
Mm.
whatever the case may be, you know.
Wow. So you got your GC license.
I used to
You're a
have a
general
GC
contractor.
license, yes, sir.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And what about education?
Education?
Did you finish high school?
No, never even made it to high school. I
Wow.
dropped out in the eighth grade.
Mm.
I've spent one day in high school, ninth grade, one day,
Wow.
and I got expelled for fighting.
Oh my
And then I
goodness.
never went back again because I was too busy. I had a summer job when I was 14 painting,
Mm.
making $12 an hour. And then every year I started making more, a dollar an hour more every year until I was 16. Then I just made it 17. It was a full time job. I was making 18 bucks an hour painting,
Wow.
going back and forth to the Bahamas, working for a company called Advanced Contract Service,
Which island?
Cat K.
Oh, okay. That must have been a pretty bad fight. You never had anyone getting expelled from a fight.
Well, what had happened, like every morning in eighth grade, we used to go to the basketball court before breakfast time and play basketball, get some game in there before we go to eat breakfast and start school,
Yeah,
you
I did
know?
that too. Yeah, in the morning
And
time.
like
Yeah.
we were out there doing all that the first day in high school, and like dude just threw a ball that shouldn't have been thrown, man. Like it was not right. Hit me in my nose. Till this day, my nose is still messed up from it. You know, my
Wow.
cartilage on my nose, I never got it replaced and fixed. And unfortunately, I chased him down, picked him up, slammed
Oh man.
him, kicking his head into the fence because he tried to jump. When he seen me bleeding out of my nose, he already knew it was time to run. Mike
Oh
gonna fuck
man.
you up.
Mm.
So I chased his ass.
Oh, that's what
He
it
tried to
was.
jump the fence. I grabbed him, threw him down.
Mm.
His head was near the post, and I was just footing him into
Oh,
the
it was a
post.
brutal fight.
Yeah, it was a brutal fight.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Okay, that's what it was.
yeah, I was
So they
getting him.
expelled you right
Yeah, they
away.
were like, "That's it."
Yeah.
But then they didn't allow me back, and I figured, I got a job. I don't need this.
Mm.
I feel well educated.
Mm.
I don't seem to be a dummy. I
Mm.
got common sense,
Right.
you know. So
And at the same time, you had problems at home that you were dealing with as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, just yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Hmm. So you didn't finish high school, but you did get your GC license and did some other
Yeah, I did
things
some other things, yeah,
to get
that got me up there, yeah,
your life on par.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
big time.
Hmm. And any crazy stories that happened to you out here?
Out here, whew, man, I've saved so many lives out here, man. With Narcan that I get from these care resources and stuff like
For
that,
people that don't
needle
know
exchange.
what's
Narcan is
Narcan.
what you would use on an overdose patient.
Right.
They now produce these nasal things that they give you at the needle exchange that they have called the spot van
Right.
that are out here from Care Resources. I go there every week and
Uh-huh.
they give me the Narcan. And if I see somebody out there that looks like they're overdosing, I'm going to try to save their lives because I can't live with that on my conscience.
I can respect
But
that,
for
bro.
y'all that don't know about it,
Hmm.
there's people out there, man, that do some grimy shit, man, and let people just pass. go through their pockets while they're overdosing.
Wow.
Do shit like that.
Wow.
Those are some cold-hearted people, man,
Wow.
out there do shit like
So as
that.
they're dying,
They're
they're
dying. They're
picking
going
their
through their
pockets.
pockets, taking whatever they can get. He finna die anyway, so I might as well take it.
And you've seen that happen,
I've
though?
seen it happen, man. But I'd be the first one to come up, boy. Hit him with that Narcan, couple chest compressions, call the ambulance. By the time they got there, I already had him hit him twice with Narcan. He came back to life, and let him know who his real friends were.
Wow. Wow. And how many lives have you saved?
I'd say probably about 42.
About 42 people?
42 people, man.
Wow, bro.
And I mean that. And there ain't no lie in that. None.
You're literally a superhero out here, bro. 42
I don't know.
lives.
Maybe I've
Bro,
overdosed
that's
18
insane,
times
bro.
myself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But, like, I just can't live with that on my conscience. I see somebody, they looking purple in the face. I already know what time it is.
Yeah.
They going through an overdose
Yeah.
phase, and you got to get to them pretty quick. I think I just saved my buddy's girlfriend's life like a week ago.
Wow.
He comes riding around on a bicycle. Yo, you got Narcan? And I always get it from him. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, who is it? He's like, it's fucking my girl, bro. I'm like, damn, bro. Run real quick, hit her twice with the Narcan, and it was dark time, and I could see she was purple in the face in the nighttime with no lights on. So when you see that, you know.
Yeah, you really know, yeah.
So I hit her the first time, but it's his old lady, so I'm like, I'm going to do chest compressions, you do mouth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We did that, did it a couple times, no response, so had to hit her with another one, you know? Did the chest compressions, he blew in her mouth. Then I can start slowly see her color come back. Yeah.
Wow, bro, that's amazing.
Then you got to do a little couple sternum, things kind of get them to wake up, because if you don't, they can fall right back into overdose mode, like quick. So I'm like, get up, come on, get up. And then she, all right, thank God, bro. Fuck. Thought we were finna lose your ass. You know what I mean?
That's amazing.
It's a relief. But then when I turn around, grab my foil, and hit the son of a bitch. It's like, it's crazy. Yeah. You see somebody overdose, you're like, damn, I want some of that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it's the way it is out here on
the drug kind of take a hold of you.
Yeah, take a hold of you, man.
Yeah, yeah.
For me, sometimes though, it's the lifestyle, bro. It's the hype. Just knowing I can go in the hood that other white boys or chicos can't even
step into,
bro. I'll take you over where I'm from, cross town and Pompano, you know what I'm saying? And you see me walking out here, hey, what's up, Mike? What's up, dog? Hey, what happened? You feel me? Right. They show their love for me.
Right.
Even though it's not, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, it's a weird kind of type of love, But hey, man, good to see you still alive, brother.
Right.
You ain't dead. Because we thought you was dead. We ain't seen you for like 2 weeks. We thought you was dead.
Right.
Nah, you ain't taking me. I move like Jesus, baby. They hate me, they love me, but whatever, you know?
Yeah. So you're loved by everyone really out here.
Yeah, in somewhat way. I got people that hate me, because, like I said, I move like Jesus. They don't like that,
Right.
And Jesus had people that hated him and people that loved him as well, But they didn't like the things he did that made him so popular. They hated on. Everybody's got haters and everybody's got lovers, bro.
That's true. That's true. That's true. And what's your current living situation right now?
I'm homeless right now. I don't have to be. I choose to be. And it's a weird way to say it, but
difference.
Because I got resources, I could be in an apartment no faster than. For some reason, I'm drawn to these streets like that, bro. But these couple of days in this week in jail, let me say this much: I'm no longer gonna go backwards. I'd rather be right where I'm at, or go up a couple steps. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go backwards
again.
So what you see right here today, you either gonna keep seeing this way, or you're gonna see a better me. You're never gonna see a worse me from now on.
It sounded like you were really down, Mike. What is it? You went through a detox, and that's what brought you back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that was my biggest fear, was the detox. And it seemed to me I put in my head that it was gonna be like it used to be all the time.
Yeah.
And then the drugs we get now ain't the same as it used to be. The detox ain't as bad. What you put in your head and set in your head,
Yeah.
that's what it's gonna be.
Mm.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I might get a little bad diarrhea here and there, but it's I set in my mind for it to be this bad, or the worst like the last time, and it was not even close to that.
Right.
So
Now I see you have a little scar on your arm. What's
yeah,
going
that's
on there?
from using. Um, Shooting up in my arm, keep using, and almost lost my arm. They had to do
So the
immediate surgery.
vein is what happened.
Collapse, done. And then bad surgery from Florida Medical Center.
So they did like a surgical procedure on you.
Yeah, surgical procedure, but
Mm-hmm.
they should have did a skin graft. They should have took skin from like my thigh or something like that. But what the insurance companies didn't want to do, or they wanted me to pay for it, pretty much. They
Right.
didn't want to do it for free.
Right. Okay. And what do you do for fun, bro? Like, okay.
We hang out at the Extreme Action Park and we ride around on the golf carts and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Fuck, what he got to say?
Okay, Mike. Anything else you want to say, bro?
Why can't the world just understand that, like, why people gotta treat us the way they treat us?
Mm-hmm.
It's not right, man.
Yeah.
We're human too.
Right.
When they come at us, they tell us, you guys, like we're a gang or something. I'm just a homeless man on the street, man,
Yeah.
trying to eat,
Mm-hmm.
trying to survive out here.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can say anything to anybody out there, please don't judge a book by its cover.
Right.
Because this man right here, you might see I look like this, but I'm one of the greatest hearted person you'll ever meet in your life, and I'll save lives like no other, bro. And I give more than I take.
I hear you,
So amen to that. And I
Mike.
just,
It
man,
was
people gotta come together, bro. If this world would come together, bro, it'd be such a better place. I promise you.
100%. Mike, it was a pleasure talking to you. You had a very interesting story, even tougher life, and I hope and I wish the best for you in the future, my friend.
Same to you, brother.
Okay. And hopefully we can do another interview again in the future.
Oh, we definitely will because I got a lot better to come with.
And
Amen to
hopefully
that.
you'll be a lot better situation.
Yeah.
All right. Take it easy, Mike.